his punches, does Dan. Offense is great, but without defense, sometimes you're not around to show off that offense.
JoJo Dan, a 152 to 85 connect advantage. Total punches thrown and landed.
And a lot of times, Joe, the only way a fighter, sometimes when he's a little limited, to set up offense is to walk right in, use his jab, set it up, as I say, sometimes on the front end, by getting off first, by using the jab. But it's a nice option to be able to use defense to create offensive opportunities.
Gets away from Cano's offerings and then throws back a right hand of his own. Does JoJo Dan. End of 6. 2 to go for Montreal. ESPN Wednesday Night Fights presented by the new Just for Men hair color. Knocks out the gray better than ever. And in part by Lowe's. For all your home improvement needs, let's build something together. JoJo Dan is trying to build upon his 16-0 mark. He is in the blue trunks, and he looks like he is in good position to do so with 2 rounds to go against Ricardo Cano. Average rounds fought. Cano 4.1, Dan 4.4. Here in round number 7. Jumps in with a jab, does Cano.
You know, we talked about a couple rounds ago that even though control of the fight was in the hands of the local Dan, he looked like he was gasping a little bit for breath. Shows signs of slowing down just a little bit. This round, as he picks it up, just as I say that, of course. And now puts on a little bit of a flurry. But a little bit of a slow down mode. The last round and this round for Dan.
Good left hand from JoJo Dan.
And Joe, how did he land that left hand? Defense created that opportunity. He slipped the right jab to his left and came back with a left counterpunch. Again, defense serving Dan offensively. It's great to have options. Dan has some options. See that cut in the corner of the right eye of Cano. Again, is open.
Happened in the 3rd round, and now it's giving him fits. And now Cano goes down to the canvas again.
I think Cano pleading his case to the referee, looking for a little help.
Oh, there's a good right hook from JoJo Dan, and Cano's down.
And again, the hook set up by good defense from Dan.
Hey.
So a power surge at the end of round 7. Watch for the right hook from JoJo Dan.
And watch how it's set up. Again, coming out of a crouch with his legs right under him. Good left hand, a bend. He gets underneath the punch. And Dan, again, there's the bend, there's an opening, and there's a right hook. Defense creating offense. You can walk right in and just move your hands, or you can make your opponent miss and get opportunities. Dan doing a little of both.
8th and final round. Ricardo Cano clipped at the end of that 7th round. Comes out firing, flurrying. Here to start this 8th round. Nothing has worked against Dan.
You know, there's no better way to discourage an opponent than to allow him to throw where he can't hit. To make him miss and then come back and put something on him. It's one thing when you go out there and you're hitting an opponent, but your opponent is able to hit you back. There's still hope. When your opponent can't hit you back and he's receiving, it's a quick way of going downhill in a very discouraging manner.
Joe Dan pushing behind the top of the head once again. Had that warning before against Alain Villanueva, the referee. Cano with his hands down, and Dan chases him back to that neutral corner.
Again, some frustration from the game. Cano, who for the most part has taken much more than he's been able to give. And part of that frustration, losing round after round, but also not being able to give back, Joe, to his opponent. It's one thing when you're taking, but you can give back. But when you're taking and when you try to give back, you find the air, as Cano has found with Dan, because of Dan's defensive abilities. You get very, very discouraged. Right now, Cano feeling that emotion. There's one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of power from Dan. Watch that right hook. When it lands, he cups with it a little bit. Right there, you saw a good picture of that. A little bit of a slap with that right hook. If he was taught to turn it over a little bit better, Joe, where he would hit with the square part of the hand, it would be that much more effective.
They open up here in the final 10 seconds. Both wide sweeping shots. Left hand from JoJo Dan lands last. 7th round signature moment of the fight was JoJo Dan scoring the knockdown he controlled throughout. We'll come back and hear from the judges on Wednesday Night Fights. Your boxing authority. Punch Track fight recap between Ricardo Cano and JoJo Dan. Dan landing 138 headshots. The right hook scored a knockdown. That was his best headshot in round 7. Let's look at Teddy Atlas's scorecard. You will note round 7 is the 10-8 round, thus 80-71. For the official decision, we head up to the ring here in Montreal. And Pierre Bernier is standing by.
All right, here is the judge's decision. Le juge de Carufel, 79-71, 79-71. Le juge Lapointe, 80-71, 80-71. Et le juge Procopio, 79-72. Pour le gagnant, for the winner, par décision unanime, unanimous decision, JoJo Dan.
Teddy, it's a good night to be an undefeated fighter from Montreal. And not that these guys were, positioned and padded for this tonight, but between Sebastian Gauthier, Jojo Dan, and especially Adrian Diaconou, some decent-looking fighters that you want to monitor as their careers advance, especially Diaconou.
Well, it seems like, quite honestly, every time we come up here to our northern neighbor, we get a good card. So I enjoy coming up.